Hey everyone, one more final update, hopefully the final one in February. So there's a lot to go through in this video, so I'll try and make everything quick. First of all, I have my first copier. Woo! Here we go, Jones, GSY, or Jones Z. He's currently copying Jace, Dean, Yepe, Blue, minus 86% GameStop, and me as a minus 0.24 because all the cryptos lost their 10% overnight before he copied. But yeah, that's really good. Thank you very much, Jonesky, for having the trust to copy me. I really appreciate it. As a result, though, I feel a very tangible and a very real pressure just come over me and crush me as soon as I saw that one copy, and I could see my face there. So it's a very good feeling as well. Like, yeah, progress. Someone's copying me. They trust me. We're going forward. As well as the fact that I'll have to sort of be very more aware now of when I add funds and making posts about it and being more sensible, being an adult, if you will. But yeah, also a very real pressure that I can actually feel just. So I have a sense now what the traders go through. I don't think it will get any worse as the more copiers come on, hopefully. I think it's just a one-time thing, just that first burst. So it's like, pressure. mOth copy trading exclusive. I'm going to react to a comment that I've not seen by him. Thanks for the message. No problem with adding funds. Cool. So I mentioned that I add funds every quarter. I started out as normally I do if people are copy with just 1,000. Okay, let's monitor our progress and we'll increase if all goes well. Been a shitty past week, but let's hope for a greener future. P.S. How is the UK? I'm a Brit living in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Okay, and I also may be getting a second copier. So a guy called DePetra, or a girl, someone called DePetra. So J Nemesis can no longer be copied. Could he copy me indirectly? No, could he copy J indirectly by copying me? So, first it's like, yeah, that's good. I'll add funds every quarter. I did say I don't know what the minimum copy would be for me. I mean, I think it would be the percentage, if I've got 30% on J Nemesis, that's not below 0.5. So I think that should be fine. I think that's how it works. But, I mean, there's a part of me that's like, maybe whatever J's smallest position is, maybe now you have to, not only do you have to copy that, but you have to, that's shrunk by however many copies I've got. So maybe it's like, the percentage, but I usually distribute equally. All right, so if J's on 23%, then there's a part of me that's like, if J's minimum trade size is 0.5, for example, would you then sort of have a quarter of that, So it would be like 0.13 or something. But I don't think that's the case. Based on Jonesky's copy of me, okay, interesting. So when you click on me, it doesn't show the percentage of all the people. It just show the trades that's been happening. But yeah, 62 followers that I've got and one copier, and maybe soon to be 2. But yeah, with the DePetra guy, I basically said, I don't know how the minimum trade size would work. Like, I advised to put me on a virtual portfolio and just be 100% sure that everything's, that you're happy with it. So she said, yeah, that's cool. I'll look at virtual and decide, thanks. So I may be getting a second one. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be a lot more vocal about when I add funds. Just a lot more responsible, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Okay, so that's that part. Second part, on one of my videos, a YouTuber called Copy Traders Club that I believe has not added any videos yet. Let's have a look. 2 subscribers, no videos. Okay. So, Copy Traders Club. He's like, dude, can I enlist you as a guest on my forthcoming podcast? I sent him my email, and we're going to go from there. He hasn't uploaded any videos yet. He said he's got 4 in the works, and then in like a couple of months, I'll be going on a Copy Traders Club podcast, which will be good. Maybe get to know the real me a bit more. Not too heavily edited, maybe, and a lot of awkward silences and rambling like I am now. But yeah, that's good. I mean, progress. Getting copiers, podcasts, get all the information out there, spread the word about all the news that eToro doesn't always share with us. Right, so that's those 2 things out of the way. Secondly, Hugo's gone, Jace has gone, but no new people have been added. I did say that I was thinking about adding Jace for this week for 5 days and then closing, and then adding him again on the 1st with 500. I haven't added anyone. The reason why, which started with a comment on YouTube. So on the video that I said, I'll let's change to a better thumbnail, shall we? I just won't have a thumbnail. So I said that I'll be adding Jace for 5 days. Hey mate, just be careful. If you said you're going to be reopening Jason for 5 days. The market is currently dipping quite heavily, and there's no guarantee it won't dip again before next week consolidates. He doesn't want me to lose more money, become negative on the copy again. To be honest, I wasn't two minds about this, but at the time of recording the video, I did say, okay, we'll copy. Hopefully get a bit more money, make up some of the money. I think that was just wishful thinking and a bit of ignorance that I didn't sort of check the market. So if we look at QQQ, which is also NASDAQ, we see here on the graph, let's expand that a bit. And also candles. I like me some candles. This here is the start of 2020. This line here is the end of 2020. And obviously this is where we are now. So as you can see, the NASDAQ, was going along quite nice until about March, April, where everyone started losing, because that is a massive dip. Okay. And then it started increasing, and people then lost again generally in like October, September, November. So September, October, November. Okay, so September, that would be that one. And then October here. So September and October. Yeah. And then we've been coming along nicely. And now, 17th and 18th of February, and also yesterday on the 22nd, there's been a few more dips. In my opinion, and based on some posts that I've read about inflation and how all the traders would need to sort of close some positions to cover the costs of the inflation price, which could be nonsense, but I'm just reading little bits here and there, and it's giving me a bit of awareness. What you can consider the rolling average would be, like just guesstimating. I could see it, just in a correction sense, not as in a crash sense, but in a correction sense, for it still to be maintaining. I could see it quite easily sort of drop into about this line here before it goes up again. It could be much bigger. It could be like this dip. I mean, who's to say it could come down here and then start going up again. So it's in a tricky area. I'm basically going to wait until March the 1st rather than sort of copying for 5 days. I've decided that's too risky and irresponsible, really. And it's a good job I didn't copy Jace yesterday before yesterday's market open, because he lost quite a bit, as did a lot of people. So it's good that I didn't copy anyone. So that's what's happening. March the 1st, I'll be adding. But I don't know if I'll be adding Jace on March the 1st. I will be adding Jace again if I don't add him on March the 1st. I've had to think about the whole at least $500 that he needs, and how he would compare with J Nemesis. As well as J Nemesis being really good, in my opinion, he has a lot to fall back on. I'm not going to start losing money, so to speak. And, if I add a large amount of money, especially in these times of uncertainty with the market, on someone that hasn't been trading that long and that I don't know that well, but I don't think that's the best option. So I love you, Jace, as one can do from 2 screens that we don't really talk that much, I guess. And Isbell is off the cards as well. I found out that he adds funds like every month. And ideally for PIs, I don't want a PI that adds funds all the time. So for now, we're going to put Jace VXR, Isbell, and Hugo on hold. So they're still there. I'm not going to forget about them anytime soon. They've done me well. They've done me proud. I've made videos about them. I haven't done a video about Hugo yet. A deep dive coming your way, Hugo, soon. But I need to do what's in my best interests, rather than how I affect people, or, you know, if I'm letting someone down by saying I'm doing something and not doing something else. I need to do what's best for me. So I will be adding on March the 1st. But unfortunately, it won't be Jace. It won't be Isbell, and it won't be Hugo. I've been watching the virtual portfolio yesterday. The AI battle versus humans. And I've been looking at this every day, so I'm getting a good idea of how people are doing. Yeah, Jace was on the crash, well, not the crash, but the red days on 17th and 18th of February. Like, he was on 6%, so he's gone down quite a lot. So this type of correction or crash, if you will, that's happened, you know, in the last week. I want to see how people react to it and see what positions they've got open, which is counteracting this or anticipating this. So Jace is not doing that. Everyone's going right down. Everyone's in the zeros. Even Isbell. I mean, yeah, he wasn't doing too well for February. January, he did really well. February, when I copied him on the 6th of Feb for the virtual, I think the maximum he was at was like less than 2%. So he's not doing too bad. Hugo's doing quite well yesterday. He stayed about the same. Everyone else was going down. So Hugo's caught my attention again. Manu was on about 8 before this week. So he's gone down quite a bit. And Matty and Mick, he was on 8%, maybe even 10. So he caught my eye. I was like, he's doing quite well. To sort of counteract this, maybe I could copy Matty and Mick. So he's been on my eye for a while. He's on my watch list of 5 people. It's not just I randomly looked at it and oh, he's quite high, I'm gonna copy him. I had my eye on him. He was always going to be in the pipeline for a copy. So I thought I'd have a look, just to have an insight about him. So this post caught my attention 6 days ago. A breath of fresh air. A good time to start copy ad funds, which just reading that in itself gave me a bit of an uplift and reassurance that not everyone is oh my God, we're all dying. My money. Yeah. You know, they're aware of it. You know, they're conscious to it. They've got a plan. So by the time I'm writing this, it's fallen about 3%. The indices may have left in a healthy due correction. Then he says how much they've left. So how about 8% distributed between SQQQ and VXX? That will make us partially gain despite the descent. So these are both shorting the market, basically. So QQQ is NASDAQ. SQQQ is the exact opposite. So it's selling instead of buying. So if we look at the NASDAQ chart, if we look at the SQQQ chart, you'll see in comparison to the NASDAQ that we looked at earlier, it's the exact opposite. It's just totally flipped upside down. So, you know, I think Matt Amick may be a great contender. He's definitely first place right now. We'll see how the week unfolds, and we'll go from there. So nothing is set in stone right now, but Matt Amick is at the top of the list at the moment. Okay, that does it for this video. It's been a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm sorry about that.
Giggity.
I've tried to edit it and cut it down as much as possible. So thank you for watching all this time, staying till the end. And yeah, thank you very much. I will see you in the next video, and take care. Cheers.